Guys, welcome back. Konnichiwa. Herzlich willkommen. So guys, Christmas update here on Lucid, ticker LCID. Yeah, I have to do that update here, or I want to do that update because we have now here some very significant price action in the chart, which I have to explain you. And I already said that in my previous videos that I expect here these price goals. Now we have to check if Lucid is here at the edge of seeing a short squeeze or not. That's why I give you here my chart analysis. Everything what I say here is of course based on the technicals and not financial advice. Yo, my friends, so I hope you enjoy your Christmas time, and the market will open or will be open tomorrow here at the 26th of December. Today the US stock market is closed. Lucid pumped here 3% before the market closed, and in total, as I said, since we had this bottom here, we had a 77% run, but that was very predictable. You may see it already here in the chart, or if you already have seen my previous videos, you know that I said I expect that we at least touch $3.26. Why? Because we have this huge open gap here in the chart, and the chance that these kind of open gaps get filled is about 90% when or if a company is not heavily diluting or performing reverse stock splits. We had the same situation here. We had a gap at $3.57, Lucid tanked down to $2.29, and you can see then started to squeeze, closed the gap, had a post squeeze and came down again. And before we enable now here my drawings, we can see that here this line here, the EMA 200 day line, the black line here in the chart, acts as a natural resistance. I don't focus too much on EMA lines, but when you have not enough volume here when the stock market closed here, Tuesday was the last trading day, you can see that we had a volume of 108 million shares traded. The average volume is 90 million shares, so this is not enough to force a short squeeze, and that's why I say this kind of swing trade, swing squeezes which we have here in between is just what the algos have to do to settle those failed to delivers and all these shares which they created here to make these kind of price actions possible. You can see we had a big shakeout candle here in one day, and then they always get the lowest possible price before they settle their positions, guys. So let's enable now the drawings and let's check what does that mean for Lucid. I switch off the indicators here for a second, guys, and we can see that we can of course close this open gap. We can delete the green line here, so we don't need to focus on that. This is already done. And of course I said that I expect Lucid to hit $3.48 because this is the untested golden pocket in which we are in. It is not perfectly tested yet. The candle, you can see the daily candle hit exactly my resistance price level of $3.41. That's why I have to do that video, guys. This is now very, very critical. We have here a bounce zone between $2.52 and $3.41. So that means as long as we're trading here in this range, this is good for swing traders because you can always make some swing trades here to the up and the downside. But of course, for everybody who waiting here for a short squeeze for Lucid, we need to break $3.41 and in best case $3.78, guys. This is here, in my opinion, the bear zone. The bearish market makers try to keep the price below that. The bullish market makers waiting, or the bullish algos waiting here at $2.52 and lower. I cannot do a new Fibonacci retracement for you yet. As you know, in my previous videos, I said that the price goal is $1.95 before we see a squeeze, and it was on the dot, guys. I was almost on the cent right with that. You can see here $1.95 was my calculated Fibonacci level, and here, let me switch off for 1 second just the drawings. This candle here, guys, was $1.93. So, you know, I was right 2 cents, guys, yeah? And then immediately the squeeze got initiated. This is what happens in the market over and over again. And if Lucid should not short squeeze now, we have of course a good setup. I show you that in detail. I just want to show you one more time that I release here every week my personal finest selection of short squeeze stocks. If you also like to trade short squeeze stocks, guys, yeah, I release here every Sunday my so-called hot stocks. And the brand new video is out right now from the tickers which I presented here in my last hot stock video. Already one ticker squeezed. You can see here also the profit which my members are doing here, or are able to do here 300%, 350% just with one trade, of course. And we had massive squeezes here in the past days. I can show you that here in the last 7 trading days, I had already 5 short squeezes after my predictions, of course. 480% was the biggest one here, one of my Patreon swing trade alerts, and also my hot stock squeezed here one day after, before Christmas, one day after my video release, and one day before Christmas, already one of these hot stocks squeezed. 109%. You can, of course, see all the squeezes here from the past trading days. Blah, blah, blah. Long story short, guys, if you also want to see these short squeeze stocks, then you can join our trading community here. The most popular membership which I have is the full package membership on Patreon, where you get all these member benefits here, guys. Also, of course, access to my hot stocks and the Patreon swing trade alerts. These are screenshots here with high volatile tickers, direct messages, and so on. If you want to join in, guys, you can just click here the info icon in the corner and you get access to the Patreon member link. So, guys, Lucid, yeah, make it or break it, my friends. Simple like that, yeah. When we switch off here now the indicators, we know I will delete this line as well. That was the day when I released my video here. So we can delete this. I don't want to disturb the chart. But as I said before, usually we have a very, very bullish algo zone here waiting between $2.98 and $3.41. That was here in the past weeks or months since January 2024. So more or less since 1 year. This is, in my opinion, still the bullish algo zone. I would not call it a resistance. This blue box here is in favor for the bulls. And when we come back in this trend channel pattern here, we can see a much, much higher squeeze for Lucid as long as they don't dilute the stock. And the most significant price level is $2.52. For now, every time when we dipped below $2.52, we had a massive squeeze reaction. This was an absolute horrible dip, but as I said, that was measurable. I knew that the algos are waiting here at $1.95, and you can see that we again have a massive buying reaction here for Lucid. That is the reason why, in my opinion, Lucid is still a very, very nice short squeeze play. We have here a very good short squeeze constellation. What we have to do now is we have to check the 4 hours chart. There are no open gaps. I can delete this line as well. So, guys, and that means that we now have to see if this is the beginning of a short squeeze or if we get rejected. In my opinion, this is not a financial advice. In my opinion, when we break $3.78 and can come back here in this trend channel pattern, guys, I think this is the beginning here of a big squeeze for Lucid. Then this was the final dip before a squeeze, but there is a potential, as I said. That's why I will do a new Fibonacci retracement in my next video. As soon as we see here the reaction in the next couple of days, it depends on the pullback. Then I can tell you if this squeeze is over and what needs to happen to see here a much bigger squeeze, or if this is just the beginning of a bigger squeeze. Yeah, that is what we have to wait now for the next video. So therefore, keep in mind $2.52. Everything above $2.52 is bullish. Everything below that is bearish or a dip. But I have to, as I said, measure that again. And then, guys, when we break $3.78, this is the final level here, in my opinion, before we can see here a short squeeze for Lucid, maybe even still here in 2024 or latest then in 2025. We have to wait for the market. The market is still bullish. No signs of a bear market yet, just normal pullbacks. But I also will update here on my channel when we will turn maybe into a bear market or in a bearish phase where the market may be correct for a couple of weeks or months. Okay, guys, if you want to copy the price levels here, this is everything based on TradingView. If you maybe want to start to learn trading next year, guys, 2025, then I can just recommend to get a good chart program. You can solve a lot of questions and problems by reading a chart, drawing chart patterns. You will spot the algos, and you are also able to predict short squeezes if you know how to do it, if you know how to read a chart and see the right entry and exit signals. If you don't have TradingView yet, guys, I highly recommend that program. I am not sponsored by TradingView, but I can offer you here a $15 discount link on the premium tier. If you use my link, guys, when you click here the info icon in the corner, then you save $15, and I, as I said, recommend the premium tier. This is good for beginners and advanced traders, also what I use since many, many years by myself for my videos and all my trades. My dear friends, that was the update on Lucid. I hope that video was helpful for you. If you don't want to miss any updates, please hit the like and subscribe button right now. I would really appreciate that. Thank you for your support. I wish you a pleasant time and see you in the next video. Arigato gozaimasu, vielen Dank, alles Gute und bis zum nächsten Lucid Video. Take care. Bye bye, guys.